Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
All right.
you have your
Let me turn
phone
this.
to check out the live stream because we're live.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. How's that?
Looks great.
I can't see what's on the. Hang on. Oh, I see. It's a little bit different. How can I make that? No, it's got to go like this. Yeah, how weird. It's weird. Test, test. Yeah. Is there a lag? Here, let me turn on the.
Yeah, there's 24 people on there already, Tom.
Okay, cool.
Trying to get it back
Let's
on you.
see. Here. Get rid of that. Is it on? Oh yeah, there it goes. 21 people on the Facebook page. Man, why did they mute part of... what the hell are they talking about? Why are they muting me, man? Who's copyright? I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay. Here we go.
So that link I sent you, Todd, you can send out to people to come, if you want them to come on.
Yeah, let me grab that real quick. So, where did you send that?
Facebook.
Oh, you're talking about the one I just used.
Absolutely.
Okay, copy link address. Yeah, we'll put that out here in a bit. I'm digging it. So, do you know anything about the 369?
Yes. A little bit.
As in, see if any of this makes any sense semantically or geomantically. So Morgan pulled these in. March codes 399, 36936, Divine Feminine Anchor. June code 69393696, Divine Child, Divine Anchoring Divine Child, Golden Child, Third Energy. September codes 936-93696, Divine Masculine will be anchored. December codes 399-36936, Trinity New Cycle commences. Does that add up to any of your shamanic stuff and Toltec? You there?
I'm here. I hit the wrong button. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was kind of just taking that all in. The numbers in that way are the organization of triangle patterns and resonance and pulsing in the universe. So those are harmonic numbers that are giving us those even patterns in the equilateral triangles energy. Has everything to do with the pain in the light body and the development of the divine masculine and divine feminine in the awareness of our silence.
For some reason, one of your speakers is in my right ear is low.
Huh, that's interesting.
I don't know if that's something you can.
I'm getting a pretty stereo channel here. Let me just bring the whole volume up for you. How's that? A little better?
A little bit, yeah.
You might want to,
unless you have it regulated on the eCam.
No, you might.
You know
want,
what I'm talking about?
You might want to replug your headphones in. It could be the way they're plugged in.
Coming. Shit. Come again?
Try it again.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
All right, here we
We'll
go.
get you some studio headphones, Todd.
Yeah, I need to do something. I think it's this microphone. Hello, Nina Stevens, Donna Owens. Donna Owens, you coming to Soulogy Fest. Sue Baxter Fitz, you better be coming to Soulogy Fest. Robin DeMayo's coming. She's in the house. Susanna Marr, I think, is coming. She's going to try to come from England. That'll be, seeing people that you met online is extraordinary. At least it has been for me these last few years.
For sure.
Welcome, Sheila Henley, Narda Leal, Ana Isabel Espirito Santo. Bon dia. Donna, try. Donna Owens, you better come. Once in a lifetime. The elders are going to be there. The Sasquatch family. April Corcoran Caps is in the house. Joeki Huitakar. I know I messed your name up bad. It's good to see you. Denise Chadwick's back. Doreen Kinney. You got any music, Ty?
Oh, yeah.
Sandra and Alan are coming from Truth Frequency Network. They're going to have an RV next to the big tent. They're going to have some gifts. Buenas noche now. Okay, sorry, Ana Isabel. Brendan, RB's in the house. So yeah, we're just going to be collaborating as much as we can, still doing Soul Speaks 5Ds and having some Soulogy Fest sessions to give people a taste of what they can expect at the Soulogy Fest in Arkansas and Mulberry Mountain. I'm digging that. Sounds like Close Encounters of the, what was it, the third kind? We're not ready yet, Delia. We're not ready yet. And Delia, you're not going to come in on this one. You're going to come in on his. How would that work if I brought somebody in on my screen? Ty.
So if they come through the same way you got in, whenever they come on the microphone, they will come forward.
No, I mean if they come in on my eCam.
Yeah, anything on your screen will show up on this screen, so that's a possibility. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what this looks like. We'll try it. Let's go to the Zoom. See what the Zoom looks like. Hang on.
Yep.
Add right. Where's the Zoom? Oh, there she is. Yeah. Keep the music going. Hey, we're about to jam out a little bit. I just wanted to test something.
Okay.
How's it look, Ty?
Yeah, it looks
Is it
good.
good?
There's probably going to be some microphone ducking this way, but let's try it.
Yeah. Now, Delia, we can't do it this way. You're going to have to come in on the Zoom room on the other link when we'll put out in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that would
Delia.
definitely be clear.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. All right, let's get back into the music.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here. What do I have going on here? Let's see. Much better. Okay, here we go.
Okay. How's that? All right. Yeah, we're going to put the link out in a minute, Suzanne. It's going to be a Zoom link that takes you to Ty's system. We're going to play around a little bit first. So Ty, you're going to bring all your instruments to the Soulogy Fest?
Yes, all of them.
And your buddy Dan.
Dave.
Is that his name?
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave. What's his last name?
Willingham.
Willingham. Dave Willingham.
Yeah, he has a whole
Ryan.
live dub creation. He's a live looper. You're gonna love it.
And Ryan Aguilar's going to be there. He's a primo guitarist and keyboardist. And I think he plays the ukulele. We'll have the ukulele there too. Ukulele can make some good tunes. Robert Evans is going to be there. Yes, you can dance. Live light language rapping. Probably see some of that at Soulogy Fest. Yeah, get into that place where I saw a meme yesterday. I didn't post it because I didn't want to offend anybody, because I use the F word enough. And it said, that feeling of what the fuck. And it was in a dusty pink with white letters. I don't know, it spoke to me. Soulogy Fest is in Ozark, Arkansas on Mulberry Mountain, August 26, 27, 28, Brendan. Truth is, I don't know what I'm doing. There is no plan. And this shift is moving so fast. Like we're all babies again. But now we're learning at warp speed. And this time, the universe is reciprocating. We're all the center of the universe. And that ain't no story sold in a good book, because we are the good book. We are the science in the stars. And this universe originates in the inner space beneath the construct of a mind. That we as the universe lay down on us and threw down on us with purpose and meaning. I am soul. It's not a cliche, it's a fucking battle cry. Because it can help you find your ass in the deepest, darkest little deaths you could ever attract to yourself. And if you thought about it and didn't want to think about it, you can bet it's coming. Oh yeah. Because this is the ascension, where the walls come tumbling down, or the ride can be a big soulgasm. You know, the choice is on us. This is a space that we hold. And in it we hold the entirety of the universe. The only thing we can own is ourselves. So make it good. Bring it. Every time, all the time. Because the greatest truth is we're all right on time. Who's the only one that could have fooled you? Think about it. Give yourself some credit. Don't tell me you can't feel it. That sacred vibration, the one you seek, that sensuous love coming from the soul. We all been there, man. Just think of your highest pain. Those wholesale changes when life rearranges in the blink of a mind's eye. Because because you remove the mind to find a higher mind. Norman Hendrick, Ozark, Arkansas, August 26, 27, 28. You and your beau better come. David Willingham, Ty's buddy's going to be at Soulogy Fest. Several accomplished musicians. Eric Rankin, Ryan Aguilar, Ty Hudnall, Dave Willingham. I know I'm forgetting a few. Ernestine Day. Lynn Marie's coming. Right on. West Coast. She's going to be representing the West Coast. Funky. His story, her story, our story, my story. The story begins as it all begins, in the void, beginningless beginning, endless ends in the endless end. You know the drill, why we here, faith and fear, far and near. So what's the big deal? Give me some Mama Earth so I can feel again. It's all coming back now. Souls shaking and creating. Life cracking open. Humanity's awakening. Hearts splintering and imploding. Synchronicities, serendipity, human complexity, soul simple profundities. What's going on with you? What's going on with me? Timing in the grace of the Mother Goddess. Instantly shaken, golden devastation, wild revelations found the soul as me. Grounded in the street, dance with devils, anointed angels' feet. Appointed fears to lead, power concealed and conceited. Polarities, duality, lived, breathed, and revealed, experience needed, soul sealed, believe me, refilled, revealed, beautiful nightmares and disappointing dreams. We danced till we found our feet, fantasies incomplete, angels visiting me, demons tethering me, life severing me, strife treasuring me, pride pressuring me. Where is she? Will I find her? Does she miss me? Limited impossibilities, limitless possibilities, paradox of alchemy, 0 point remedy, isness, business, bigness, pretended, mentioned, I am not ascended, I'm growing up, showing up, had enough, self-destruct, initiation, indoctrination, hell's vacation, heaven's interpretation. By the grace of it all, every angel has to fall. Blessed are the peaceful misconceptions, misgivings, misdirections, playing me. I am soul, all that's left of you and me. All we have, all we need. We're drinking from the wisdom trees. Nectars of the goddess so many times drop to my knees. She's got many, many more than just you and me. Another divine drug spaced out. Trust what brought you here in the first place. For every sun that rises, every soul that tries, every human ever refused to die, multiply that by the infinity of divinity. All blessings, Holy Trinity. Sorry about that. How's that? Test, test, test. Oh, I just turned it down right now. Fucking hair, man. Humidity. Some extraterrestrials told them where they are in Sedona. I have to check on it. All right. Let's try another one. Okay, that's good. I think we've gained a level of awareness. We know the music's on now. We're on the cusp of things now. The crest of physical divinity unfolding. The space we've been holding, the holy place we've been molding. Innate, intuitive, creative, explosive. Meeting morphic field memories. Everyone has accessibility, nothing is a necessity. Have-tos are for wannabes, finding out the best of you and me. All I gotta do is love you and me. Can you feel the phoenix rising? Can you see the system's demise and transmuting? Everything comes our way, masters in the making, matrix breaking. Freedom requires nothing be paid. Life is for the taking, this world's shaking. The universe is reinventing and recreating. It's another free soul free-for-all, universal cosmic sacred ball. It's our coming out party. Precious is the life we've been given. Death can be a program or a prize. Above all else, I know just one thing. I am soul and it's good to be alive. And we have found ourselves in the driver's seat of a new earth. It's a new day of old. Goethe said boldness has genius. Finding out who we love, what we want. Finding out what life means to us. Finding out what it means to trust. Finding out what true love ain't lust. We are magicians and alchemists, healers, priests and priestesses, taming all the beast in us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Fire, water, air, ether, and earth. I feel the golden child kicking, born again. It's a new earth birth. The pain and suffering is over. We take responsibility in totality, every tragedy, calamity, and casualty. This is an era of expanding infamy. It's happening from the inside out. We got this thing without a doubt. Feel the majesty, releasing gravity. Somebody gotta pinch myself. I can't believe it's finally happening, but it is. You can bet it is. Picking up the beat. Precious is the life we've been given. Death can be a program or a prize. Above all else, I know just one thing. I am soul, and it's good to be alive. It's a gift to be alive. It's time to thrive, 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 thrive. The music's never stopped, and we can hear it again. Sing your song, and I'll sing mine. getting hot in here. I think I can't keep losing things, beliefs and dreams. But every time I do, I land on my feet. I stand new frequencies, alleviating what I thought I was, what I used to be, what I used to see in myself and you and us. The whole thing is the holiest thing. Even fallen angels find they're free. Fears fallen are wisdom seeds. The mind's hesitating, the heart leads, disagreement, obliterated, shattering's piece of me. Break apart and freed, made to believe my needs involved everything but me. Now I can see, it's a cool breeze, it's happening superfluously. Now I can see, it's a cool breeze. I found the thread etherically, now I can see the first thing. It's all bound by the energetically. Adding frequencies to an ever-expanding vibration. Choice after choice, decision after decision, making our way and finding our peace. Watching the stars and smoking angels' trust. Resurrections in the air, reflections of the mirrors, finally finding what's fair, minding ourselves, no one else is there. Yet I'm over here and you're over there. There you go. I'm gonna do my best. Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna do my best. I know this life is not a test. So much unreal unrest, but now we're integrating revelations and relations. Codes exchanging, lives rearranging, so much time explaining, complicating a profound simplicity. You gotta love life's mysteries. It's journey of the unknown, but we're never alone. Beam me up and take me home. Wait a minute, what's that? It's raining colors, beats and tones. Can you feel the new frequency? Rolling the dice on physical divinity, a new affinity, a new human being. Tell me your dreams and I'll tell you mine. I can see the stars aligning, can you? It's a new day, a new me, and a new you. We made a choice, the chosen few. Follow the truth, whatever we do. Lovers never lose a sacred heart. Brothers, it's a brand new start. Mother's always birthing a shining star. We've come so far. But can you feel this DNA fire? We can heal. Feel the heavenly high. Faith creates what love inspires. So let's conceive the dreams, give, receive, till all the human hearts bleed. The goddess's tears of a new earth serendipity. It's a splendid dance, a fairy tale romance. Luck don't have a chance, this is our destiny. It's not make-believe, it's the real thing. Watch what love can bring when the walls come tumbling down. Hear the silent angels sing. Fears aren't distorting no more. Clear the cobwebs from our dreams. Years and lifetime, karma's clean. Love what life's meant to conceive. Living's what love's always wanted to be. Another chance to redeem responsibly. Things are not what they have seemed, and therein lies the wisdom of soul. From this heart all breaks free, and love births sovereignty, and love's wisdom's eternally, and forever is the spirit science seed. May our spirits blend a symphony, may our higher selves and human be. One heart, one soul, one voice and mind. May our dark and light synthesize, may sparks from life's fears rise. May our beautiful find its wild, and may our human find its child. Okay. I had to put my hair up, man. It's getting hot in here. So let's pull some people on, and let me put the link out. Let's try this. Whew.
Nice.
I can't tell so much because it cuts out on my end, but I can stay with it pretty good.
Absolutely, you sounded great.
But live, that won't be an issue. Live, that won't be an issue. Yeah, I know on your end, you get the real sound, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to put the link to come on into the studio, Delia, and anyone else. Boom. There's the one on Facebook. Let me put the one up on YouTube. Whew, man. It's hotter than hell in here. All right, here we go. Paste. Anyone that wants to come into the studio, there's a link. Okay. Looks like Jennifer Flory, My Song is Deep. Well, come on in the studio and sing it. You still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looks like we got somebody coming in here.
Oh, yeah?
Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm dying over here.
You should be able to see her on your screen coming up here, and as soon as she accepts the panelist request.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll be able
I can see you.
Yeah, you'll be able to see her.
I mean, I can see...
Yep, here's Suzanne.
What am I seeing here?
You're seeing my screen share. You're seeing the output.
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let's see here.
All right.
Whew, man, it's hot. Oh, there we go. Lisa Dakey Ray. Yeah, I remember you from the other day, right? Didn't you come in the other day?
Yeah, sorry about the light. Yeah, let me open 1 second.
Yeah. So Ty, I'm looking on the screen on the phone, and I just see my face.
When they talk, it should.
Oh no, there she is. I see. It's coming now.
Yeah. We can put it on a
Or
different.
can you?
Gallery is what
Yeah,
you
can
want?
you put it on gallery? Yeah,
Yep.
put it on gallery.
Mhm.
See what happens.
Yep.
Oh no, that's not going to work. Or is it going to work? Let's see. Hang on, it's coming. You're about to do it. There's a delay. There's Susan Amara.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of funky. Whatever the hell that is, I don't know. Leave
That's-
it up like that.
That's the screen share.
Let's see when Suzanne comes on. Okay, yeah. We can just do it like this. What the hell? It looks
Yeah.
fine.
Actually, I can pull it back
Whatever.
a little bit. Let me pull it back just a little bit. Here.
WTF? WTF?
Here we go.
Such is the ascension. Yeah, I need a new mic. And what's going on, Suzanne? Oh, you're
Can you hear
muted.
me?
Yeah, now we can. Right on.
Awesome. Yeah, that looks really trippy in the Zoom room. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's
Yeah, I
like
see it.
a
I'm looking at
fractal
it.
or something. Yeah,
It's
it's kind
wild.
of like it's going with the flow at the moment. Life's kind of like that, isn't it? Like you
Yeah,
say
it's
one
wild.
thing and it happens the next. It's like we're in a live, creative, funky field of fluidity.
A funky field of fluidity. That's right.
Yeah. I just feel so inspired right now. Like empty at the same time, but
Empty.
just really empty. Yeah, quite empty of like all the
Yeah.
stuff that used to be there, like the noise and the desire and needs and stuff like that. And now it's just like I'm so inspired to create again. It's gone crazy. I was like I was in a desert, and now I'm in something amazing is erupting, like with everybody. So much love.
I know. It's happening fast.
enormous.
Lisa, where are you at?
I'm in the UK.
Oh, you're in UK too. Suzanne's in UK. You've been all over the place lately. You're in London, right, Suzanne?
No, I'm back in the UK. I'm in Cheshire at the moment, but I sort of float around.
Okay. Cool. So, what's the last few weeks been like? What's the last 3 days been like? It's been pretty wild. Lisa, how's it been going for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty interdimensional. Yeah. It's a lot of shit. A lot of movement. Yeah.
Yeah? What do you mean a lot of movement? That seems to be a key word right now, movement.
It seems to be, I'm just feeling a lot of unusual things, like a lot of movements in dimensions, and I can like feel it happening. It used to be very sort of, it's off the Richter really at the moment with with what's going on and around. Yeah.
Well, let's tap into the wizard and to Suzanne Amara and then come back to you and see what you can add to it. But Ty, what's up with these last 3 days? Is there anything jumping out with the astrology that you follow and the Toltec and all the other wizardry stuff?
Full moon, anybody?
Full moon?
Yeah. And this full moon really is reflecting the Mercury retrograde cycle we just went through and the coming Mars retrograde, which is going to be a big reorganization of the dialogue inside of everybody.
What does that mean?
The story, the inner story, that notice it's not as powerful as it used to be. And living beyond the story.
Same thing Suzanne's saying.
Yeah, living beyond the story is receiving, and the more we receive, the more it dissolves the story.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds right to me. Suzanne, you got any insight on what's going on right now?
Yeah, I agree. I think once we've we've gone stratospheric from the places we were. It doesn't mean it's not always there, because you can feel it. But I feel like when we're in our kind of heart, when we're in the pillar and we're true to it, we're finally coming from that place of, like you said in your little rap, like childish truth, like that childish place of the newness of like this newborn consciousness is really what's always been there. Just we covered it up with the things that were busy, and now it's so instantaneous. Like I was in Portugal last week and I stood on a cliff one sunset and I was with my friends. We had a little ceremony, and at the end I just felt so drawn to go and stand on my own, like away from the group. And then this song erupted out of me like it was enormous voice, that just erupted out. And it felt like I was calling to the ocean, but every fabric of my being. There was no story there. There was no motivation. It just came. And straight away, the energy came. There was no rush. There was no delay. There was no preamble. It was just like there was no separation. Like Lisa said, it's so multidimensional, but it's almost like these aspects of us are now able to come through us and work the system so that we are like revving up. We're revving up, and it's majestic. Yeah.
And creativity seems to be and I think it's been happening more and more and more, but now to me it feels like, from that space of whatever you want to call it, like the awareness I have right now, am I a little nervous? Do I have kind of a frenetic energy in my cells? Do I feel better than I ever have in my life? Yes. Am I seeing things at rapid speed? Me? Who was that? Was that me? Uh-oh. We have a trippy. What the?
More people are joining, Todd. It glitched on us just a little bit. Continue.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. No, it's all good. Wow. Okay, let's let everybody come in. Let's let the technology do its work. Okay. Far out. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. Movement. Paul Harris said movement. Is everybody... Suzanne, you're muted. Ernestine's muted. Dahlia's muted. What was that? You're muted, Suzanne. What are you saying?
I was just saying I love Delia. I love Ernestine. Those are my sisters.
Everything's coming full circle, though. What I was saying was that it's like when we step forward and we are heard, and no one can keep us from that. Let's remind ourselves that. But like, it's time. I say it's time. The opportunity, the potential's there to be supported, to step up individually and more powerfully in collaboration where two or more gather. I've been freaking out for most of the last week, and certainly the last 24 hours, 36 hours, on a personal level, but I know it has a collective feel to it, and I keep being told, keep doing whatever you can do. Just keep putting it out there. Don't look at any old programming of a previous festival or a previous platform or a previous type of show. Just get out there and push past the vulnerability and the embarrassment and the self-consciousness and the nerves, and just put it out there and relish in that rather than what I've accomplished or what's been done before or how someone else is doing something. Just get out there and do it. And I'm understanding energetically, not like someone's not like telling me this word for word, but I'm understanding that there's nothing holding us back now. Morgan got a channel last night, and it made so much sense to me. Hey, Sean Nowick. But it made so much sense to me because it said we had been operating, oh my God, let me see if I can get this right, from an awareness, with a higher level of awareness, expanded awareness, we see more, right? So then we see a situation or an old paradigm or old construct of a relationship or all the different aspects of our lives. And we would go to solution. So awareness to solution to love. And what she got last night is it goes from awareness to love to solution. Now, so if we go straight to the love, then those two parts of the triad are at a like frequency, and then the third energy comes into play. So that I thought was really important and kind of was apropos for tonight. So let's go around in a circle. We got a couple of new people in here. We got our Portuguese sister, Ana Isabel, and we got Sean Nowick, Big Papa Samoa from Fort Mill, South Carolina, which is right around the corner from Arkansas. So I know he's going to be here for the Soulogy Fest. But let's do it right. Okay, we went to Lisa, then Suzanne. We'll come back and Ty, and then let's go to Delia. Delia, what you got?
Okay, so, I have a little bit of short time, so wanted to share something that's been coming up, and it reminded me today again. It's like keep reminding ourselves that we're energy. Creation of intention is amplified with thought. Emotion is the next addition to the seed. This is why we've been creating the worst case scenarios more, and then we divide through fear and creating with the old structure. It really is the now that has moved to the sovereign strengths of the soul. We are no longer creating from ego. The new energy of our ascension, that is essentially the growing up path that we're taking, is through the radical change and changing in thought pattern, the neuron pathways in the brain. Our chemistry is changing. Taking responsibility to one's self-actions, taking responsibility in our co-creation, the ownership of creation in the field and the lessons and the contracts that we've made and played out, they're no longer valid. We have the choice to create. The relationship with our surrounding and engaging the morphic field, that magnetism of creation, the thought is there, for that is created. Says we're welcoming back into our light bodies through the energetic field. And the light bodies, there is several different kinds in so many different places, in so many different creations, as well as in the collectives that we carry. So there is definitely through thought form that we're creating, and it's always in choice. So invite everybody to always look in themselves and see where do they want to create. We're no longer creating from a place of separation. We're moving into the unity. The energy is really strong. So I just wanted to pop in and say that and share that since it's been coming in. And I wrote this in April and I didn't understand it. And I kept having it saved in my notes. And today, as moving through a bigger anchoring of self and coming home to self, it's finally clicking in a lot more bigger in our hearts. So whatever you're doing, continue writing, continue sharing, continue doing what you need to do in heart, any true essence, and sharing who you are. There's no right or wrong, and there's no copying a template of what you think is that. Those things are all structures. It is your true self and authentic self in full expression. So I leave you off with that at least.
Right on.
Much love to everybody.
Right on. Very cool. Very good. Thank you, Delia. Thank you. Let's go. We're going to go Sean, and then Anna Isabel, and then Ernestine. Oh, where'd she go? Okay. Sean Nowick, a.k.a. Big Papa Samoa. Sean, the alchemical shaman. Unmute yourself and welcome to the Soulogy platform.
Spontaneity? Oh, yeah, Soulogy. There you go. I was saying earlier in the Facebook chat how I wish I had a snapping button for all of the flow that you had earlier. Easiest and best way to snap, though, is definitely your own fingers. So just for earlier, just for you.
Right on. Right on.
How you been?
I'm good. Well, I mean, how you been? I mean, the last 3 days have been deep dives. But man, what everybody's talking about right now so far, this whole taking action, no comparison to other people, no comparison to the past, no comparison to any pre-existing templates, letting everything go. Let that shit go, like the Buddha says. Let it go and see what happens. That's what I'm feeling. And when you let it go and see what happens, what's there left to do? If you can't, immerse yourself in the story or the previous blueprints or templates or patterns or behaviors, then what do? You create something new. My understanding, through my journey with Morgan, especially these last few weeks, is the slate is clean, and we're now building from a clean slate. So there's nothing there. There's no excuses. There's no nothing. Oneness is oneness. It's unity consciousness, and you either walk the talk or shut the fuck up. I mean, that's pretty much how, and I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to anyone else, but it's like once you have the awareness, what else is there to talk about, So, but how are you doing these last few weeks and these last few days?
So these last few weeks, I actually mildly got stranded up in Virginia while I undertook a little bit of some massive personal clearing, as well as a little bit of collective clearing. I don't know if you've ever covered on the show just because I pop in whenever I feel guided to quantum entanglement. But that came up for me, and specifically with my mom, stepdad, and one of my best friends, Tim, and his girlfriend, Maddie. And as I wound up assisting them with their relationship, my mom and stepdad's relationship kind of started untangling as well. And through the thick of it, it got really nasty. There was definitely some cursing, some anger, some resentment, some guilt, and everything else that just kind of came up within myself as well as them.
Wow.
And by the end of it, it was just this beautiful understanding and outerstanding of how the relationship unfolded, how it unfurled from this childhood-based trauma that's also kind of resonating through the different narratives that we've held in alternate timelines and such. And it left me with so many beautiful impressions of where we're going in terms of limitless possibilities.
Yeah.
And it also helped me strengthen my overall foundation, my resolve in terms of not so much what I can bring to the table, but how I may continue to be of service to myself as well as to the world in general. Not out of any form of obligation, but just out of the pure, honest desire from my heart space.
Trinity energy embodiment. Yeah. Man, that's powerful. That's the last few weeks or days?
Yeah, and the universe is funny because comedy happens in threes. So besides having me, what's it called, neck deep in some stuff, they also assisted me in losing my debit card, credit card, wallet, as well as my Subaru Forester key fob, and had to go on a pretty epic walkabout through the streets of Virginia Beach at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, barefoot, in nothing but a swimsuit and t-shirt. And I don't know if you've ever been walking around Virginia Beach at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. On a normal enough basis, you don't want to be doing that, especially in certain neighborhoods. But I was definitely held in a very beautiful space and protected through all of that. No glass in my feet. So thanks, universe, for that.
Well, I think it's a testament to, it's an example, but it's a testament to yourself and to so many people that we're able to take these things on, whether it be something real literal like that or strictly energy or emotion or physical, and be able to come through it so quick with a laugh, with some humor.
Yep.
And I mean, this is already a phenomenal summer, and we're only 2 weeks into it. Ana Isabel, hey everybody, stick around. We're going to come around. We're going in a circle. Ana Isabel, buenas noches.
Buenas noches, Todd.
How's it going in Portugal?
Yeah, I have to cook a pizza.
Okay.
I have to cook a pizza right now, but I wanted to share just a little bit of love with you all, and I'm so joyful. And yeah, Tiziano, Cotiano, the Deo, Paisiano, Casciano, the Vaya Casciano, the Sia, Onea, yeah, Cacha. I don't have the lights. Yeah, it's all about what you all are sharing. Just be here now. And what we see, we create. If we open with the flow and the magic and the miracles, everything is possible.
Yes.
So
Somebody just took.
have fun. Have fun.
Ana Isabel, you carry Ana, you carry the frequency of Yemanja.
Yes.
You carry the frequency of Yemanja.
Yeah, also, yes. We carry all the frequencies as we just choose which one we want to expand in the moment.
What are you making for dinner?
Magical feeling.
What are you making for dinner?
Pizza.
Anything good? Huh? Pizza.
It's pizza
You're
night.
Portuguese.
Pizza night,
Portuguese.
yes.
Pizza's taking over the world.
I'm Portuguese.
Anna Toothman.
Yes, and I have some Italian friends. Yeah.
Well, listen, thanks for popping in. We'll let you make your
And
dinner.
it's like,
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm grateful for you all being here now and co-creating much love, infinite love.
Right
Doing
on.
well.
Thank you, Ana Isabel. Boa noche. Ernestine, you're up next, and then we're going to go back to the top of the circle. Ty, Lisa, Suzanne. Who dropped out? Somebody dropped out. And then back to Sean. Okay. So who did I say was next? Oh, Ernestine, you're up. You got any words? What's going on? What's happening?
Well, I'm going to be very honest. Like these past 2 weeks, like all I'm going to say is me really trusting every step, because every time I keep on taking those little steps, more unfolds. And I'm trusting each step and going, holy shit. And the more I do that, it just unfolded. In fact, yesterday I got some funding put in place.
Is that right?
Yep. That's how much it's been unfolding the last 2 weeks. And
What's the funding for? What's the funding for?
The funding is for recording and having two new albums out, plus take the first 3 albums and have product. So it's like 5 albums.
Far out.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Instant manifestation.
It is. And it's just, that's why I'm talking, it's like, okay, I'm listening, I can sense and feel inside of me, and just trusting that and taking those necessary steps. And every time I do that, just more unfolds. And it's just been magical. And, it just, I reached out to you yesterday and asked for a graphic artist.
Yep.
Right? And I had reached out to a few other friends, but it was meant to be Marina?
Yeah. Marina.
Yeah.
Marina Govier.
Yeah.
Marina Govier.
So, she goes, yes. And so we're going to actually chat on Monday. Cool. And she's going to be doing my artwork for all of my albums.
Cool. She does Morgan's website. She does the Soulogy website. And she does the imagery for the Soulogy Fest. And Ernestine's going to be at Soulogy Fest playing her guitar. Yep. We're going to jam.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to say this too, is that I haven't seen Sean in this form for quite a while. And yeah, and it's like because me connecting with, because it started out with you, Todd, 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
And then I met a bunch of people. Then I met Suzanne. Then I met Sean. I met Anna and Dahlia. And the beautiful part, because my heart is just bursting, because I know Suzanne's intentions to be at Soulogy Fest. I'm going to be at Soulogy Fest. Dahlia's going to be at Soulogy Fest. Sean, you better get your butt there. Okay? That means
Sean doesn't have an excuse.
I know.
Sean's is only what? Well, here in the South, that's close enough. South Carolina.
To meet everybody 2+ years later in person, physical.
I've met a lot of people. And Morgan and I have also, when we're together, we've met a lot of people over the years, and it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful potential. Somebody put up a note earlier. Maybe we can develop some little carpools or caravans. I know that there's some people coming out of Virginia and Atlanta, Florida. So who knows? Maybe we'll have to do something creative and
I'm coming in from Vancouver, BC, Canada. So I'm going to be working my way down there.
Are you coming by car?
At this moment, that's what I know for sure.
Okay. That sounds like an adventure. That sounds like a hell of an adventure. Somebody got popped off. I don't know who got popped off. And
what I've been putting out to everybody clearly too is I want to do some like house concerts on my way there to support me financially to get there. Right.
Well, you can do the busking.
Exactly.
Busk from town to town. All right, let's go back to the top. We lost somebody. Who popped out? Somebody popped out. And there's also a Barbara here, but she's not. Her video's not on. Oh, there she is. Okay, let's make sure we don't miss anybody before we go back to the top of the circle. You're muted. You want to unmute? Barbara.
Got it.
What's your last name, Barbara?
Keenan.
How do you say it again?
Keenan. K-E-E-A-N.
Keenan. Okay,
Keenan.
Yeah. Barbara Keenan, like Keenan Wayans. How you doing? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Chicago area. I'm a friend of
Right on.
Moira's. You know, Moira.
All right,
from-
cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Moira and David. They're going to be here at the
You
Soulogy
betcha.
Fest with you. Will you be staying in the same place as them, or you can have your own accommodations?
It's in the works, so we'll see. You know how they are.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet. I
Thank
love
you.
Chicago. It's my second favorite city in the country. I lived there for a few tumultuous months back in the day.
I hear you.
So how?
Go ahead.
I was going
I
to
was
say
just going to
how.
say more.
Go ahead. There's a lag. Go ahead. That's all right.
Oh, Moira was the one who started me watching Soulogy a few years ago. So she's the one that, so it's great. I'm so happy that I connected with your group. It's it's evolved. It's amazing how everyone's evolved.
Everyone's
so thank
evolving.
you for being there. Yeah. Evolved for sure.
Yes. Everyone's evolving. It's amazing. Everyone and everything.
Yes.
It's just the little tapes in our head that are playing, and the little things that we can't let go of, and we think it's I was this, and I had this success or this achievement, but it's not. It's the little things that we don't want to let go of that we're still externalizing, you know?
Exactly.
And it's so crazy now, because just as crazy as looking at Sean with that umbrella in the back of the screen, like, that's wild. I don't know what's happening with that. But we're having an immediate payoff when we let go of something now, you know?
Yes.
We're having an immediate payoff, and it's getting easier and easier. But
I heard the word in the discussion about flow, and that definitely is when we go through whatever it is we're going through. It creates more of a flow. It's a lot faster. It's a lot smoother in some ways. It's beautiful. But lately it's been, between the solar plasma, a lot of sun energy coming through, which I'm sensitive to, and the environment of just everything out there. It takes a lot of practice to continue to stay in your stillness and to breathe and to just allow everything to open around you. And that's always constant every day going on. So multidimensional shifts have been amazing. I mean, it's like, it's been hard daily to stay in the dimension.
In what dimension? This dimension or the
in this
outer dimension?
In this one, it's easy to go to other dimensions. It's simple.
Yes.
But but to integrate what we're doing in each of our own source and being, to integrate that to become more human, that's where sometimes that interdimensional shifting is a little challenging.
No, I'm with you on that. Stick around. We're going to make another circuit around the circuit. Stick around. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope we get to, but stick around. I hope we get to see you in late August. So let's go back to Ty and work off of what Barbara said. We'll go back to Ty, then Suzanne, then Ernestine, Sean, then back to Barbara. But I was just going to preface it by saying, she said something about being really human. And we've been talking about embodiment for a long, long time. And, through just doing what I do and then my own stuff coming in, of course, interacting with Morgan, which is a great advantage because she pulls in the intel. I had got this kind of like transmission 3 or 4 days ago where I was being shown what is the technology that the star family, galactic family, universal family is actually gaining from us. And they were taking me in and showing me, and it was a bit comical because they were showing me that what the coding was how to be a balanced, even-keeled human being. After going through all these incarnations and this summary life incarnation and all the extremities of dualistic polarity, and still being able to come back to this 0 point. And it doesn't even matter how long it took us. It's just a matter of getting back. And then I was shown, and I started laughing. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? This seems so mundane to be the coding. But then it all made sense because it's the extreme dualistic polarity aspects that we came to immerse ourselves in, that we condemn and ignore and fight with and eventually seek and find, embrace and allow and accept and grow. But it's those things that are the most golden things in our journey. And that was the coding. So anyway, that's a big long lead into you, Ty. Can you shed any light on that? Or anything at all?
Sure. Wow. Yeah. You know, in the higher dimensions, they are in awe of us, of how we organize information. And when we recognize the disorganization, we form the awareness field to reorganize. And nature does it in a very specific way. Nature receives to share. Nature does not give anything to anybody. It only shares from what is received. And imagine if we lived our lives in that way, if we all had something to share and to co-create. And reality would be developed from what is overflowing from each of us. And so the container must be filled up before it overflows. And so to receive and share who we are is the only conclusion I've come to. And it is a return to nature. It is a return to putting ourselves first and then actually having something to share.
Awesome. And what are we sharing? We're sharing what we all share. And I think that's part of the hurdle is coming to terms with what we share being collective in its origin, collective in its share, and collective in its, in what it affects once we do it. Go ahead.
We share the self.
Were you going to say something?
I was going to say we share the self.
We share the self.
It's always about the self. It always comes back to the self.
True. Right on. Right on, man. We're going to get back into some music here in a minute, but we're going to go over to Suzanne Amara from the lowlands of England. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But based on your picture, based on your, it looks like you're having some type of, there has been, let me just say, and by the way, we're going to go Suzanne. I lost count. I think it's Suzanne. Anyway, who's next? The next three after that. What I was privy to something 3 or 4 days ago that was kind of a exemplary of what I'm trying to get at and what I saw in you too, and many others, particularly women, maybe all women, because I think it maybe applies to them, which is the liberation from what has basically shackled the feminine energy in all of us, but certainly more ultimately in the typical physically incarnated feminine. But the liberation, the voice, what I witnessed was like a simultaneous awareness, declaration, liberation, and it was quite fascinating. I saw a couple of pictures of you. One, you were away from the camera and you were making a statement about, I think, bras, but energetically behind it, it was something else. I think I saw another one a few weeks ago. But I mean, to me, it kind of exemplified what I was trying to describe. And it seems like at the core of it is sexual molestation or assault, particularly at a young age. I don't know if you can tap into any of that, or are you picking up on any of this? I know we talk a lot about where we're coming from, and we haven't been talking enough about what's actually happening now and what we can create together. But just as a point of reference for people that might be struggling, because there's so many women that are on the fence of coming out and really taking their power back. So is there anything you could add to that? Anything that might fall in alignment with what you've been experiencing?
Yeah, I'll try and bridge this because I felt this coming in, and then I felt it with Barbara, and then with Ty, and then with you, and also it ties into a live I did this morning, which was just shy of 1 hour 44 minutes by 2 seconds. So I've never hidden my own space, but I was talking a lot about trauma and the liberation from trauma, because trauma is what's held us in. It's what's hemmed us in. It's like the binding that binds our chemistry, our genome, our thoughts, our behavior, our emotions, and shame and guilt that go with it. Of course, it's intense. So I'd like to share, or I feel that I'd like to share something, because it ties in a little bit with what Ernestine and Sean have said too, and I know I've shared this with Delia. So when I was in Portugal, I kind of got to a pressure point. This was just last week, so it's very in the moment, where I feel like the sum of all the totality of my experience as human up until this point was kind of here in this pressure cooker, and it was like I was in the bra, like I was the breast in the bra, held in by the underwire, and I thought that I was sharing and I was creating, and and I felt good about that, but there was still like I was in a membrane that I couldn't seem to break through. And I went to Portugal to go into my subconscious and ask directly, like all the spaces, like, what is it that's holding me back? Where is it? And I want to share with you what happened. So this is very much, I feel, might land into the hearts of many. So we all carry the history of our mothers and our grandmothers. I come from a family with complex abuse. I had complex post-traumatic stress disorder. It was undiagnosed. I had chronic mental illness, significant physical problems. I could not speak or really find my own creativity, and I ran around in circles for so many years and nearly gave up on a number of occasions. But I'm here, like many of us. We've all got a story. We've all got this in our families in some way. And I lost my daughter, or I perceived that I lost my daughter through when my relationship broke down. And we have had a beautiful renaissance of a relationship. But inside, underneath all that, I was still afraid of loss. I was still afraid of the loss. And that's a core wound. It's a core wound that we're afraid of losing each other. We're afraid of losing that connection once we find it. So even if it's just 1 second of our God connection, we try to grasp and hold on to it, because it's like we've been grasping for air. So when I went on my journey, my daughter came to me, and she was the age she is now. She's a teenager, so you can imagine what that's like, because I know you've got kids. And she held my hand and she said, come on a journey with me. And I was taken to the inside of my own body, nowhere else, the inside of my own body. And I watched her in the moment of the spark of life being formed inside of my own body. And then she grew, and I traveled with her. I went down my fallopian tube and into my womb. I watched her grow. I touched her fingers. I had the experience of witnessing her as a baby. And then I watched myself in the birthing experience. I watched all of the parts of me kind of standing there, even the broken parts watching me, the all the multidimensional aspects, like witnessing me give birth. I felt so alone on that day, and I felt broken. I had a very sudden onset of depression. I couldn't bond. I was so traumatized by the birth that I went into dissociation. I couldn't bond with my daughter. And she showed me that she'd always been loved in that moment. And it was lifted away. It was just lifted away. Like all the things that I had stayed in my body was lifted away. And then she looked at me and laughed, and she said, do you get it? And I was like, I don't. Like, thank you. But she said, you don't see. And then she showed me her face aging through life. It was like I felt the sands of time age. I watched her grow old in fast motion through years and years until she was really old. And it was her on her deathbed with her children, holding her hand. And I was crying. And I said, I'm not ready for you to go. I can't watch this. I'm not strong enough. And she laughed at me again. She said, you still don't see. And then we went back. We went up a tube. We were going so fast. It was like when I had a near-death experience. We were going up a tube away from everything. And then it kind of went to a funnel and it opened out. And in that opening, it was like we'd been in millions of dimensions, millions of lives. We'd always been there in different forms, in elements, in planets and stars. We were always in that place and in that space. There was never going to be anything to lose and there was never going to be anything to gain because we had never, ever, ever truly been apart. And it healed me. It liberated me from all of the ancestor, from the binding of all of the guilt and the shame that we carry as a human, to the guilt I'd felt as a parent and a mother, of all the things that we pass on through our ignorance. It liberated me because we're here now to fundamentally bring through what is here in our hearts, and that is love. It's here now. So I don't know if that speaks into this connection. I don't know anything really, but what I know is that I feel truly grateful.
Yeah, we're grateful too, and that was a deep share. And I do see several from earlier and just now people talking about loss. Something deep's really coming up, no doubt about it. That was a powerful, powerful story. Did that happen to you while you were traveling? Is that what you were saying? Yeah.
Yes, I went to Portugal just for 1 week to anchor with the dragon energy, and it's never what it seems. I turned into a personal, very deep, personal, beautiful breakthrough.
Wow. Thank you so much. I hope you make it to the Soulogy Fest in August. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Lots of different co-creations. Ernestine, you're up. I can see you playing your guitar and Suzanne breaking into some light language with Robert Evans doing a duet with her while he does his conscious rap.
Absolutely. And then there's Mr. Todd Medina as well in on it. Actually, I shared with Evan, we talked a couple of months ago, and I just told him what I felt and what I saw with being at Soulogy Fest and him coming up. Because with me is that it's only the soul family I do this for, is this. While I'm playing, if you're inspired or whatever to want to speak or share, I'm open to people coming on stage and expressing their true authentic self.
Right.
It's only a Soulogy Fest I will allow that and permit that. When I say that with great love and respect for everybody.
Oh, you mean to let people come up and to your music?
Jam with me. There's drums.
I guess I just violated that on the last broadcast. Sorry about that. I kept saying, "Is it okay if I jump in?" I guess you couldn't hear me. But,
yeah. I couldn't hear you at all. No. And absolutely, and that's the thing. It's only soul family that I feel safe to.
Right.
Do that
I got you. Well, I think that's where it's. It's got to start with somebody, right? How can you get to oneness with a bunch of people if you can't do it with one? So Sean, we're going to get to Sean here in a second. Hang on one second. Ty, is there a lady behind you? Is there somebody behind you?
No, that's a video on my green screen, Todd.
Okay, I didn't know if there was somebody that was waiting to talk or something.
Oh no,
it's okay.
It's only 6 of us in the call here, and
okay. How are we doing on time?
We're doing great, and even I have a session, but you guys can keep going.
What time is your session? 10 minutes?
Possibly. I haven't seen her yet, but
okay. Hang
but
on.
literally, we don't have to stop the broadcast, and when you're done, you can just text me, and then I can kill it, because you're running it from there. So.
Oh, actually, I guess I could cut it off, couldn't I?
Not completely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I can't cut it off.
But when you go to the music, everybody else mute except for the guitarist there. And then if you want to come on and work with it, unmute yourself. But if you mute the other microphones when the performances happen, you guys are going to hear it back and forth on the meeting. But on the output, it's all together. So they're hearing it perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. In case we do that, we'll see. We'll play by ear. Okay. Let's go back to Ernestine. Any final thoughts on that? Then we're gonna go to Sean, then Barbara.
I can't wait. I just can't wait for Soulogy Fest.
Far out.
Can't wait.
Far out. I can't either. I'm getting. Today's the first day I really started to feel it. I went to bed last night and I was like, please help me. I feel, how when you get to that point where you're like a little kid, like when you were 3 years old or 5 years old, and you get in bed at night and you put your hands together and you pray. You appeal to the universal. I still do that as an adult, as a 60-year-old man, and I did it last night. I felt so vulnerable, and I was like, please help me. I know you're there. I know it's all on me. I know that it's all about self, and I get that, but I'm coming. Tell me, help me. And I just keep getting, go for it. Just go for it,
And that's what I've been doing exactly as well, is just talking to spirit, talking to everything, and just trusting, and just, whatever I'm getting guided to do, I just trust that, take a step towards.
Right on.
And don't even think about it.
Yeah, exactly. I see so many people doing it. I think Barbara was talking about that earlier. I see so many people doing it. You're doing it. Everyone's doing it. Finding what you do, which is what you want to do, who you want to be with, your passion, your vocation. All right, hang around. We'll make at least one more circle back. Sean, Big Papa Samoa, what's happening?
Okay, so while everyone was talking, I was going through a lot of the musings, and I'm sure some of you guys are like me, where you're constantly either writing or typing streams of consciousness as they end up coming through. Well, one thing that I've written over the course of this past few weeks apparently wishes to be shared at this time, if that's all right with everybody. It's a little long, but I'll make it work. One of the impressions that I was left with after that little bit of a personal and collective journey there was this: that we are essentially beta testing this new Earth, which, as Suzanne was saying this morning, it's not so much a new Earth as it is this new reality that we're bringing forth from deep within ourselves, and how to navigate it as others continue to wake up, allowing your natural way of being to be the example so people don't take things so personally. Those that are empathic have a tendency to take on other people's programming. If they're not careful and they don't catch it before it begins to perpetuate those thought loops or feedback loops, if you will. It's kind of like the recycle bin. Instead of you dragging and dropping all the things that you don't want, that you don't need into the recycle bin, your mind kind of goes full ADHD. And you're like, oh, squirrel. So it's under the understanding that we are way showers, light workers, starseeds. Labels are irrelevant, honestly. This beta testing and debugging the new Earth and how to navigate the entire process as others wake up, think of it as the ultimate holographic instructional video, where we're the crash test dummies, while simultaneously being part of an interactive, multidimensional tutorial. We're allowing your natural way of being raw, authenticity, to become the example or template that people will have so people don't take things so personally. However, they can recognize each individual's truth, as well as where they are at in their process. We respond accordingly with respect to that. I just realized that I actually touched this up for a post that I made online. So, whoopsie doodle doo. Yeah, it can manifest physically into their reality, whether separate as a thing or unwanted experience, or as unwanted physical body symptoms if they don't catch it early. The programs will never get deleted if we never bring it into that recycle bin. Tabs remain open just because you got distracted by some new external stimuli that's popped up into your field. So, in essence, remembering the force or multidimensional being, pillar of light, whatever you prescribe to, as well as maintaining balance between the physical, emotional, spiritual bodies becomes essential in the overall progress and process that we make. Yeah, I wanted to be shared.
Right on.
Yep.
Right on, man. So, just real quick, and we'll have to get you on the show, all of you who haven't been on. But so obviously, Sean the alchemical shaman. So you're a practitioner. You work with people, I would imagine. Yeah, and you write a lot. I know I've seen you out there, and I thought I had sent you something a couple of weeks ago. To be honest with you, I remember seeing you. I have to check my messenger. But yeah. So what's your passion?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. Definitely being of service, singing, rapping, poetry, creating music. I've been slowly but surely teaching myself music production in terms of a hobby. But I love messing around with sound healing equipment. It's definitely one of my go-tos. I just recently started playing around with a little bit of the NLP training that I went through in college in order to assist my mom and stepdad with, brightening up their days. You throw around a few little squishy pillows that end up saying like, feel good or out of this world or good vibe. And then you end up getting some of the most random, let's see, did it come up? Random, ridiculous things because it helps shake people out of their comfort zone in a very non-threatening way. It's just when you end up doing something ridiculous, like in this aspect, I wound up spending almost $3,000 at Five Below just to kind of make a point. And in this point, I essentially grabbed everything that my mom has ever asked me for over the course of the past 10 years or so. She thought I forgot. I did not forget. And then I set up a little scavenger hunt throughout their place and then used clean blankets and clean towels. And I just kind of like strewed them over the little bags in the different places. And I wound up basically trying to get them to play a little bit, get in touch with their inner child, because I can sense that they've had that kind of block there and I care about my family. So they got really upset because you apparently don't do that. You don't do extravagant presents and all this other stuff and buy a whole bunch of things that they don't need. And in that process, I kind of looked at my mom and I was just like, so this isn't the same as you buying a bunch of things off of Amazon that you don't need and then buying a whole bunch of food that never gets eaten and then goes bad. So yeah, I can be very sarcastic when
futile.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're all learning that we don't have to say anything anymore. We just go about our business. We'll see you on that. We'll see you when we see you.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any sound tools with you, like healing bowls? So look, pull something together, and when we come back around, you can do a little something for us. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm going to. Oh, I can't. He can mute himself when he gets back. Barbara, let's go. Barbara, Lisa, then back up to Ty, and we'll come back around.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of powerful sharing from Amara, Suzanne to Sean, and Sean got me thinking about the more that we keep our vibrational frequency in alignment when we're out, we don't have to say anything to other people. We can, I usually just smile. I'm staying the best I can in my heart space, and people respond to that. Like you said, you don't have to say anything, Also, the intention of just connecting with people when I'm out, in more of recognizing them. I mean, just really recognizing them as people is huge, because, you know, we've been not seen for so long. So that's part of what I've been practicing. And of course, it all begins within myself, these practices, you know, seeing myself, hearing myself, getting my voice out, all those things. But that's reflected out through our own frequency then when we're, you know, with family or with other people. And that's part of the joy of this transition of becoming the integrated human, that we are able to then create from that space, because we're affecting everything around us. And that's beautiful. So
yeah,
that's all I got.
I think what you're no, I appreciate it. That's very articulate. You know, I mean, it's articulated very specifically, and I think it is lends to what I was talking about earlier, with the way that wording came in last night with Morgan, which was what you're describing is what I picked up from what she said, which was whatever the situation. I mean, it was awareness, love, then resolution. But we can change the word awareness to situation. You can change it to whatever you want to. But the bottom line is, where do you come from that which you are aware of? Where's your next step? Is it going to be into solution, or is it going to be in love? Because no matter what it is in solution, whether it's resistance or attachment or judgment or whatever it is, there's no excuse anymore. It's no longer, you truly go from whatever you see or whatever's presented to love. And I love what you said, because you put it in human terms. And that's what I've been getting the last week too, was like, hey, every single thing, because I think there's been a lot of shedding of self-judgment for everybody, ultimately. But it's been like, whatever you can think of, it was a program. Every single thing, the most horrific thing, the greatest atrocities in the world, Hitler, anything you can think of, it was all a program. There is nothing personal about any of this. If we're going to be eternal souls and embody the higher self soul, then we got to practice what we preach. Right. Because it's going to get very uncomfortable if we don't, number one. And number two, that's the way the magic works. And I think we're already seeing plenty of evidence of that. But thank you so much for your comments. Again, I hope to see you. Stick around. We're going to make another circle if you want to. Okay. And yeah, and
I have to sign off now, but thank you. I'll
okay,
catch
Barbara.
you.
Well, I hope to see you in August. I hope to see you in August. I hope to see you at the Soulogy Fest. Come on down from Chi-Town and bring some of that Greek food with you if you don't mind.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's go back to Lisa. Okay, thank you so much, Barbara. Lisa Dakey Ray, coming in from England, UK. You need to unmute yourself, and then we'll get back up to Ty if he's still here. There's some crazy stuff going on behind Ty. I'm not really sure what's happening there. What's happening, Lisa? Anything you want to add to this?
I'm a bit nervous. I've never been on video really that much. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. You can turn on some more. You can turn on some more lights if you want, so we can see you.
I'm in a caravan, you see, and then
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I thought you were just shy and you didn't want to see your face. I wouldn't blame you a bit. You know, I feel the same way sometimes.
I am shy because I don't go on video a lot, but I do share things, and I share paintings, you know, and prophecy, light language, and different things. And I'd like to just share some sound with.
Yes, absolutely. That's how we're going to go out of this thing, with some non or less verbal kind of expressions. Yes,
and I have other things to share, but I guess it's it takes time, I guess, maybe to share. I don't know, like I sort of want to, because I work on Zoom and with one-on-one clients and things like that, but I've so it's a bit new to me.
It's all good. It's all good. Everybody's muted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, that was very unique, but also very familiar. I mean, obviously, it's a blend of different things, but that was very powerful. It's certainly primordial, indigenous. Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much. Stick around. We're going to make another circle. Stick around. We're going to make another circle. Okay, so feels like the bird tribe. Suzanne says it feels like the bird tribe. We're going to go back to Ty. Ty, you got anything to lay on us?
Sure.
Ty is the music director at the Soulogy Fest. I hear some bass coming in. Boom, 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 boom.
And so there is my session, Todd. So go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and continue.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to be in the other room,
Boop,
and if
boop, 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 boop.
Just text me when you're done. No
I'll
worries.
send you a text.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll
All right,
send you a text.
send
I
me
think
a
I just
Facebook.
checked. It's been an hour and a while.
Mhm.
Long while. All right, Ty, brother.
All
Love
right.
you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to you soon.
See
Thank
guys
you.
later.
Muchas gracias. El Wizardo. Okay, let's go back around at least one more time. We'll go to Suzanne, Ernestine, Sean, and back to Lisa. So let's go, Suzanne. Suzanne, you got anything else for us before we head out the door, before we make one final circle here?
I was really cooking on gas when that music came on just now. Wow, there was some streams coming.
I know.
And Lisa really inspired me. So I was actually singing before Lisa sang. So I'd like to just tap back into that stream because it was really nice and juicy.
Yeah.
So you were saying about vulnerability. You know how like shy I am about singing in public.
I don't know.
Oh yes.
You want to go ahead and give it a
I'm
shot?
gonna
Give it a
go.
shot.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
Let go. It makes people laugh because I'm so candid in my private groups, and then I can sort of choke a little bit. But this is what liberation is. It's just coming up and fronting up to that and going, I love you anyway. Who cares?
That's right. That's right.
Hello, Sharakia, ya, 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 ya. Oh, na, no, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, so, hey, ya, 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 ya. Oh, la, la, le, ya, ya, na, ya, ya, oh, sha. Amayan hana ye shaya he oh my Umareya haya Allah min haya O shamana hundare ay 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 Koshana ye Okamatanu na yesha Olale kuya heya mo Sodara heya heya Hanarutara paya Kola la la le la le la la le ya Oma la le ya la ya La le le ya ye la Torara hulna re ya he o Tumpatatina yetura pa ye Tura patia ripotono ea Kun hai Koshaya Kohaya Hoshaya Kela hurra selar ki kurra ila kurra ila kurra shu ai is urana ketatata rutatata rutatata tia no koto kapati kupati kutatatura itaye kai esha eka ea olla kum hia sen ikaya tea. Thank you, Koya Saya. Gula Hela Saya Gashaya.
Very good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about because, yeah. But that's, I mean, there's some kind of instantaneous, simultaneous powering up when we do what you just did and what people are doing before and what they're about to do right now. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's all about this.
Just let go.
The sharing of self with self to of self, right? I mean, it's, and you know what's crazy is how many people, I've been saying this the last few days, if you took a poll of everyone in the world, how many are downloading light language? I think the number would blow everyone's mind. This is happening. It's going down.
Everyone. Like, everyone.
What is light language? Their own method.
What is light language? Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What Ernestine does, what Sean's going to do, what Lisa did, what Ana Isabel does. All right. Lisa, mute your mic. Suzanne, thank you, Suzanne. You guys are welcome to stay. We're going to just keep going. Ernestine, you're up. Unmute. And then we're going to be Sean, and then Ana Isabel, then Lisa. Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Ernestine, the floor is yours.
Okay.
Just consider this a rehearsal for the Soulogy Fest jam.
Absolutely. This song's channeled about 6-8 weeks ago. It's called Wings. Everything we need to know is within each of our hearts. Trust as you breathe into your heart. That is the link to your soul. Don't think, just breathe. We are being asked to expand within ourselves. The more we show up for our true authentic self, the more we get to show it to others. As I do with my music, the more I open up and allow the energy to flow through me, the more I expand to the entire world, to the universe. I'm a messenger, which we all are messengers. I just feel very blessed and fortunate by my gift and ability to channel such amazing energy the way I do. Whatever that is for you, tap into that energy, express it, express your true authentic self, which is from your heart and your soul. Blessings.
Soulogy Fest preview. Soulful guitarist Ernestine's in the house. We're going to be doing some. You're going to be seeing some of that at Soulogy Fest. You're going to be seeing some collaborations and some spontaneous innovations. Yeah, Sean Nowick, Fort Mill, South Carolina, Big Papa, Samoa. He will be at the Soulogy Fest. He is going to manifest that. If he just went through what he went through in Virginia, then he can certainly has the power to propel and teleport himself to Mulberry Mountain on August 26th, and we're going to jam.
I almost forgot
Sean.
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you on that note specifically of being a manifesting generator, right? At the start, before I even reached Virginia, I got guided to stop at a rest stop. And these rest stops in Virginia, they have those scratch-off machines.
Uh-huh.
I've never won scratch-offs before in my life. Lo and behold, I get guided to this machine. First ticket I end up getting was for $1,000. By the end of this journey that I went on, that ticket had either subsequently been thrown out or essentially got given away, what have you.
You know, right before it happened, you know what happened to me today? Mm-hmm. I have an 8 terabyte hard drive.
Mm-hmm. I've got one of those too.
The entire Soulogy archive, we're talking about probably no kidding. I think it's been a while since I've added up, but we're talking like 7,000 hours of our stuff, other people's stuff I've gathered over the years. It has gone. It's been wiped out. It's been totally wiped out. I've checked it, I've double checked it, I've triple checked it, and I just was writing Morgan before I came on, and I said, and I told her, and I said, I accept it. I mean, this is just another message of what we're getting, which is to clean the slate, because the slate is available to be clean as long as we will get the eraser and wipe it clean. If there's anything on the canvas or the board, so to speak, it's our own bullshit at this point. It's nobody else, it's us. So we can build from scratch. And if that means getting rid of thousands of hours of pre-recorded material, then that's the way we enter the void, the abyss, the Holy Mother's womb. That's how I see it. So that's a great story. You're still on that energy. Obviously, there's no mistakes. So show us what you got, man.
All right. Well, I've found in the past that if it gets too high pitched, Zoom will cut me off, especially since I'm not using a stereo mic. But we're going to try our best, and the energy is still going to be there. And some light language may pop in, just kind of sprinkle a little bit. So if anyone feels tempted to hop in at any point, feel free. You have my permission.
Oh, wow. Okay. Anybody wants to jump in, just make sure you unmute yourself. Okay. So we can hear you. We got a Samoan in Soulogy. How cool. Far out.
Thank you, thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Far out, brother.
Drowned
I
out.
love that. It wasn't coming in so much in the beginning, but once you got rolling, it started really coming in. Like that would be so powerful, in person. Love the unicorn. Is that a unicorn? No, that's not a unicorn. What is that? Rainbow sheep?
It definitely has a horn. It's just a very unique interpretation of, I guess, a unicorn.
Right on. Thanks, Sean.
You're
Hope
welcome.
to see you in late August.
You will.
All right, man. It's going to get bigger and bigger. Hey, let's go to Lisa Dakey Ray one more time, and then Ana Isabel in Portugal. Go ahead, Lisa. You're up. You have to unmute yourself.
I just want to say thank you for letting me share. That was different.
Well, thank you for sharing. It was an honor.
Quite a few people on here.
Yeah, we had about 120. There was about 120 in here total.
And I guess what I want to talk about, just I support quite a few young people going through the ascension. I guess you would call it ascension process. Going through processes. And it just seems so important at the moment as well to be helping the young, when we're coming into our bodies and we're really, I'm helping set up, beforehand I helped like spiritual groups of people, who are already there, like in the zone, but there's something about coming into the body and helping people, like going into the thick of it, and helping in schools and things. And I guess I'm going through that process, and it's a bit different for me. And I guess I just wanted to say that I hope there's a lot of young people going to be going to your gathering as well, and I hope it brings a lot of different age groups.
Yes. I've watched the excuse me. I've watched the demographics in Soulogy for 10 years. And the first thing you notice is it was 95% feminine for years. And I think it's it's the same way in the rest of these communities. Then it started to drop. It started to drop to, and it's probably now like 70-30, depending on which one of the platform pages you go to. 65-35, 70-30, and it's dropping very rapidly. So the balance of gender is moving in the right direction. But the other thing that's happening, 18 to 24 and 25 to 34 have been a very small part, almost non-existent part. They're starting to come on. Tomorrow, we have a show, for example, with a 19-year-old, Lana Joe. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern, so it'll be 1 a.m. UK, mid-morning down under. And she's 19 years old, and she's doing the same thing. She's trying to help young people with the ascension process. So this is really cool. So I've invited a couple of people that are involved with children. I've been approached by one person who would like to bring in children. So I'm going to be pursuing that. We're going to be looking at that and see how we can work that in. But absolutely. And then the other thing is that, we're going to be doing a live stream. The live stream is going to be like nothing. It's going to be much better than what we did last year, and last year was good. Okay, it was good. But this time we have picture perfect reception. We have 5 cameras in the field, 2 on the stage, and 1 pro walking around with a pro camera. So all of that will be accessible with the software we use, and we'll be able to keep it hopping for the live stream. Plus, the live stream will get extended versions of some of the people performing through pre-recordings that we've done. Okay, the live stream, as last year, was 1:11, and you get an MP4 of a finished product. And we were scared last year, but it went off great. We didn't get any complaints. And this year we've got the technology, we've got the signal. I mean, it's going to be so much better. And so that's something that's almost a different enterprise altogether than the Soulogy Fest, kind of like Soulogy Fest A and Soulogy Fest B. So we're going to put as much or more into that as we do what we do on the ground in Arkansas on the mountain. But thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you coming in the other day and today. And you have to come on the show with me. We'll talk more, and you can do more if you can move past the fear, which we all have to do eventually. Anna Isabel, any final comments? Anything you want to express or anything you want to offer before we get out of here?
The pizza is ready. So I offer you all a virtual slice of pizza made with love, which is what we came here for. So whatever, that's what I was feeling. Whatever you feel the call, whatever your heart sings with, just do it. Just do it. And also I had sometimes I have some flashes of information. So it is about bringing back to your heart all aspects of all lives, all dimensions, bringing back to the center. I'm feeling Gaia responding, bringing back Gaia to your center, bringing back all the aspects, all the angels, all the beings, all one, back to one. That's it. Infinite gratitude to all that is co-creating and will be co-creating this now. And I'm celebrating, and I am in Soulogy Fest with you now, Todd, and with all that will be there. And such a joy, such a co-creation, because it's one by one that we do. The message is 1 to 1, always 1 to 1, touching, co-creating,
yes,
learning, expanding together as one. So see you always, because we are always within each other.
that's right.
Now I'm going to
Beautiful.
the
Thank
pizza.
you.
Love you all.
The pizza. I'm in Portugal making
Much
pizza.
joy.
Okay. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody.
Thank you so much.
So let's just conclude it like this. We do it, to me, it's always the best just to do stuff spontaneously. And we're rewriting new script, new templates. So just, if you will, indulge me, and together, let's kind of anchor this in. It's not just about Soulogy or Todd or Suzanne or Ernestine. As the individual goes, so goes the collective. As these new creations of collaboration take place, virtually and in the physical and both, these are new opportunities. These are opportunities for us to let things go and to trust and to operate from a clean slate, as we all hold our own eraser in our hand. So I'll try something a little bit different now. If everyone just take a moment with me on the live replay, and those who are on the screen, we know there is no linear time. So in this vortex, all are present. And I would just like to clarify that we are making this appeal to the you, me, we, and it. We're speaking to ourselves, but we're speaking to each other as well. And I just ask that from this point forward, in all of our endeavors, in our relationships, in our residences, and every aspect of our experience from this point forward, that we do it with an open heart and pure intention, that we go easy on ourselves and go easy on each other, because we're all subjected to the same thing. There's no reason anymore to take anything personal. The excuses will run out. Even if we try to hang on to them, the higher selves will embarrass us if we continue to hang on to these things and make it very painful. It doesn't have to be that way. It can all be done with ease and grace, and it can be done with community, collaboration, creativity, intuitiveness, telepathy, and courage, and imagination. And so it's a very important that these creations that are coming out of all of us as individuals, as partners, as conglomerates of groups and such, that we allow free expression and full expression, that we don't assume anything. We don't make an ass out of you and me, that we don't take anything for granted, but that we just come there with our bare ass soul, and we commingle and co-create and collaborate and move this thing along and blow out whatever debris is still hanging around. So I just want to make this appeal to the you, me, we, and it on behalf of everybody that's a part of this. I look forward to seeing you on the Soulogy Fest live stream or Soulogy Fest in person, or both. And we're going to be broadcasting more and more every single day as we transition from where we just came out of, our home of 2 years, to this mobile modem, and just doing the best we can and making it up as we go. But we will be doing a lot of Soul Speaks 5Ds. There's a 19-year-old girl coming on tomorrow, Lana Joe. This ought to be very interesting, and we're going to be booking some more during the week. I want to thank every one of you, Suzanne, Ty, Ernestine, Sean, Lisa, Delia, Barbara was fascinating. Thank you, David and Maura, and everybody who has spread the word that continues to build this beehive intelligence where we can all come and exchange code. But the most important thing is, may we all remember that to accept and allow these mirrors of us, anything that makes us uncomfortable, is a message for ourselves. And we know this. We know the drill. It's just a matter now of taking the responsibility and be a self-reliant soul and a self-reliant co-creator. And, I've cleaned my act up a lot over the years, but it's also like, we've entered the no bullshit zone. So let's cut the bullshit. Let's be what we are. Let's make love. Let's make beautiful creations, golden energy creations. And let's do what we came here to do, because I think it's time to do it. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for joining me. I love you all. Peace out. And I'll see you on the other side, and soon. Okay? Thanks a lot.